Welcome to Find Happy Way. Today, I want to share the last story in this 3-part series, where we've been exploring how even the kindest comfort can sometimes turn into pain. In the previous episodes, I talked about the lingering pain after surgery, the side effects of medication, and the confusion that arose from well-meaning words of comfort. Through these experiences, I realized how delicate and cautious our words of encouragement must be. Sometimes, even with gratitude and hope in our hearts, there are moments when deeper pain finds its way in, pain that is too heavy to carry alone. And today, I want to share how I fell apart in that darkness, and how, through it all, I came to understand the true meaning of comfort. So, let's begin this final story together. The nerve pain I had after surgery had improved a lot. The sharp, stabbing sensations became part of my daily life, and I had, in a way, learned to live with them. If the pain won't disappear, then I guess I have no choice but to make peace with it. But what truly drained me were the side effects that struck every 30 minutes or so, relentless and cruel. To endure this for even 1 year was hard enough. To live with it for 5 years? Impossible. I couldn't live a normal life. At any moment, I might have to stop, sit down, or lean against a wall, just to breathe through the pain. I never knew when or where it would hit. My body grew exhausted, and eventually, depression came knocking. I know what depression feels like. The moment it arrived, I recognized it instantly. I tried to fight it, but my efforts were in vain. Tears began to fall without warning, and I found myself asking, God, how long will this last? I would sit still, staring into space, and when the symptoms began, I would cry again. I thought I was strong and healthy. I never imagined I'd be brought to my knees by side effects. Maybe I wasn't exercising enough. Maybe it was stress. Maybe I was exaggerating. Maybe if I ignored the symptoms, they'd go away. Maybe I wasn't eating healthy enough. Maybe. Every symptom made me feel as though I had done something wrong. As though this suffering was somehow my fault. The side effects I live with now include insomnia, cold sweats, breathlessness, nausea, dizziness, weight loss, stomach pain, osteoporosis, blurred vision, severe fatigue, migraines, back and knee pain, and, in the end, depression. Some days I wondered, is this really how I'm supposed to live? My quality of life hit rock bottom. I wanted to stop taking the medication, but each day felt like a battle with myself, and I was growing weary. And even in this state, people still came to comfort me. Are you okay? What can I do for you? Call me anytime. I'll come running. I know they cared. I know they wanted to give me strength. But ironically, their concern became another source of stress. For some, words of comfort are a lifeline. But for me at the time, being left alone was the greatest kindness. I was already fighting so hard to survive. I didn't have the energy to respond to everyone's good intentions. Comfort isn't wrong. It can be a gift, but it can also become a burden. The words that hurt me most weren't cruel or harsh. They were words meant to help. Someone who had also gone through cancer said, "That's strange. I didn't have side effects that bad." A friend going through menopause told me, "You're not the only one. We're all struggling in our own ways. It's just menopause. Don't overthink it." Others compared me to people they knew. My friend had surgery and went back to work in no time. I know someone worse off than you who's handling it better. I know they didn't mean harm, but their words made me feel small, like I was weak, overreacting, or just seeking attention. The more I heard these things, the more I withdrew into myself. So what is true comfort? If I've learned anything, it's that true comfort isn't about what I want to say, but what they need to hear. Some people feel comforted just by having someone near. Others long for words of warmth or a gentle voice reminding them they're not alone. But too often, we comfort others the way we want to be comforted. I was comforted this way, so you should be too. I went through it and I got through. So can you. Words like these may come from love, but they can weigh heavily on someone else's heart. When someone struggling asks, "How did you get through this?" sharing your story can be a gift. But when advice is given unasked, "When I was in your place, I did this. It'll work for you too." Those words, however well-meaning, can sting. Especially the phrase, "I understand. I've been there." It can sound more like a lecture than empathy. True comfort is not about handing over the right answer. It's about standing beside the person in their pain, seeing them, feeling with them, and honoring their journey. Even in the same suffering, no two hearts feel pain the same way. Experience does not equal truth. The same words can heal one person and harm another. That's why we must observe first, ask, and wait. Speak when words are needed. Stay silent when silence speaks louder. Respecting that sacred space, that distance of gentleness, can itself be the greatest comfort. True comfort is not about doing what I want to do, but sensing what the other person truly needs. Sometimes, you don't need to say anything. You don't need to fix anything. You just need to be there, quietly, faithfully, lovingly, until they can stand again. And for those who cannot yet accept comfort, sometimes the most loving thing we can do is simply wait. Wait until they are ready to reach for your hand. That isn't abandonment. That is love in its quietest form. The hard days aren't over yet, but I've healed enough to be grateful again, to welcome others' concern, to offer comfort myself. And I think of those who stayed, those who didn't comfort me their way, but mine. Those who chose silence over speeches, presence over answers. To them, I owe so much. But I've also come to see this truth. Not everyone is like me. Some people, in their darkest hours, long for more words, more support, more warmth. So even if being left alone helped me, I can't assume it will help everyone. No two people receive comfort the same way. That's why true comfort is not what I believe is right, but what the other person needs most. Comfort has no formula. Some find peace in silence, others in advice, some in empathy, others in encouragement. True comfort is not words, but heart. Not teaching, but understanding. Not what I want to give, but what the other can receive. And if you truly don't know what to say nothing. Sometimes, a single embrace is the deepest comfort of all. Today, I shared the story of depression, how I tried to endure with hope and gratitude, and what I learned along the way about the true meaning of comfort. The physical pain was difficult, but the confusion caused by others' words was often even harder. Through it all, I came to accept my weakness and to see that real comfort begins not with words, but with presence. Comfort isn't complete when it's spoken. It's complete when it's felt. Sometimes, silence can speak more love than any phrase. And thanks to those who stayed beside me, I made it through the longest tunnel I've ever known. How do you comfort others? Or maybe, are you the one who needs comfort now? May the comfort you give and the comfort you receive be true comfort. I'm always cheering you on your own find happy way.